So what brought me to you, Dr. Clara, is that I was struggling a lot with passing the writing praxis. Um, I had a professor who really wanted me to be able to succeed in the physical education teacher cert program at Plymouth State University, and she said she had this amazing person she had met that that would help me to achieve my goals. And at first I was like, okay, well, if she's as good as she says, maybe she could do it. But I don't know, it's gonna be pretty tough because I struggled with writing a lot. So, and test taking in general. So I was like, okay, let me give this a shot. I'll send her an email and stuff like that. So this test was keeping me back from taking the classes that I needed to take in order to graduate on time with my other classmates. So being able to graduate on time, not knowing if I don't pass, what's gonna happen for me? What does that mean for my teaching career? I had all these people coming up to me saying, I need to pass, I need to pass, I need to do this. And that caused so much more anxiety. It was so important for me it's important even now for me to be a teacher because seeing young kids grow and be able to learn new things and see them overcome challenges is something that I've always really enjoyed seeing. Seeing a kid not be able to throw a ball at a target and then seeing them do it and having them be so excited that they achieved that goal that was keeping them back is something that's so enjoyable for me. Before I met Dr. Clara, my inside it felt like I knew I could do it, but it felt like I wasn't good enough, or that I was kind of not necessarily stupid because I knew I was smart, but there was something keeping me back that wasn't keeping my other classmates back. My other classmates were sometimes able to do it in a breeze, and I was like, why can't that be me? Why can't I just get over this hurdle that I've tried constantly to get over? I know what's on this test, but I just can't seem to get past something. I've always had the issue with writing since I was in elementary school. Comprehension, writing, spelling, grammar, everything. Ever since I was a young girl, I remember being in class and just the anxiety coming from knowing that I was the next person to read out of the chapter book in front of the class was something that was so scary for me. Knowing that my classmates would know that I wasn't as smart as I may seem in other classes, knowing that I would have to read aloud and I would stumble on my words, or I'd write a piece of paper and send it to someone and they'd be like, oh, you spelled this many words wrong, was something that was so embarrassing to me and something that I struggled with. So prior to meeting Dr. Clara, I didn't have very many strategies. I would study the material that I thought I knew. I would maybe ask for friends' help sometimes here and there, but mentally, I never really thought about preparing myself to take the test. So I'd usually go in there. I'd maybe have my own routine. I'd get a coffee before my tests, or I would eat a good breakfast or something like that. But I never really had a specific mental tool before going in and taking the test. After the first meeting, I felt like I had more hope. I felt like I was getting down to some things internally that I had never really brought up to the surface about, even like anxiety with reading or anything like that. So just talking things out and figuring out also certain things that are important to me I'm really big into teaching, but music is really important to me as well. So those things, bring those up as well, um, was something that I thought about a lot even after our first conversation. After I use some of your techniques and after the summer, I'm like, okay, she's given me the tools. I know I can do it. You know, it's proof from just this last test score. I was 1 point away. I know I can do it. And then, so knowing that I had practiced and practiced and practiced all the tools that Dr. Clara had given me, I knew that this time was going to be different because I was going into the test not thinking about, oh, I have to take this test. That has challenged me so much over the past few years. I was actually instead going into the test knowing that I had all the tools that I had been given. I used them, I practiced them, and now I'm putting it to the test. And I know with confidence that whatever this outcome is, I will be okay, but I know that I will overcome this test and this challenge. It like felt a little silly, but then I got past it and I was like, okay, let's keep trying these. Let's keep trying them. There has to be something. I know these can help me if, you know, Dr. Claire believed, I believed, you know, I'm gonna keep trying these because at some point, if I keep practicing, um, there's going to be some good that comes out of this. So I don't think I've ever jumped so high. I remember actually I woke up that morning and I grabbed my phone because I knew there's a possibility that that test score could be up. Actually looked at my email and saw that the test score was up. And I said, okay, I'm going to look at this test score and I'm not going to get too nervous and I'm not going to get too excited. I'm going to look at this test score and whatever happens, happens. I know I did my best. I know I studied. I know I prepared. So whatever this test score is, I'll be okay. And this test score was coming up right to the due date that our professors had given us to pass this test in order to go to student teach, which was something that was huge for me. So I looked at the test score and it said the passing score you needed was a 162 and I got a 162. And I've never jumped so high out of bed and been so happy first thing in the morning. Even now, just talking about it, I can't help but smile so big because I just felt so relieved. I actually started to tear up when I saw the test score because I felt like someone just took cinder blocks off my shoulders. I felt like I could do anything. I like this one thing that had been holding me back for actually years and years now is gone. I achieved what I had set out to do and it can't hold me back any longer. I can achieve anything that I set my mind to. Best say, and even after that, telling my professors, telling my friends, telling my parents was one of the biggest things too, because they had been being my cheerleaders. You know, they had gone through the struggles of, oh, I didn't pass again, oh, I didn't pass again, and that was a struggle for me as well, because telling people, oh yeah, I'm taking the test on this day, and that having them know, but I didn't, going up to taking this last test, I didn't tell anyone. I told absolutely no one. These tools that I learned helped me to um, kind of take things that I would normally seem negative or be weary of, kind of turn them around to see if there's a positive that would come out of it. Certain situations that I would go through that I would look at in a different way to see, okay, there has to be some type of thing that I'm supposed to learn here. I mean, things may not have gone the way that I would have planned or expected, but that's okay. And maybe there's a bigger plan or there's a bigger picture that I'm supposed to be seeing here or learning. Working with Dr. Clara has been the most special experience that I never thought I could experience, because she helped me achieve a goal, not only in just the writing praxis and passing that unbelievably difficult test that I never thought I could pass, but in life in general, I am achieving things that I questioned or never thought I could. And I took a step out of my comfort zone and did things that I was kind of weary of at first, but I tried them, and I will never regret anything. Even meeting Dr. Clara as someone who I look up to, um, it was the best experience, and I would tell anyone and recommend anyone to her because, I mean, it's helped me so much in my life. And this test that I never thought I would be able to pass, I thought it'd be unpassable almost, has become one of my biggest achievements and something that I will always look back on and see that Dr. Clara helped me achieve this goal.